Hey guys, can you believe that? It's been 3 years already. 3 years. So, one day, that day, 3 years ago, there's a kid that just got born, okay? And that kid is now going to kindergarten. Can't believe that. I'm still here just to suffer. Honestly, like, before I debut, I was saying that I would give up within 3 years. Yeah, 3, I don't know why. 3 is a magic number to me for some reason. So honestly, at that time, I was like, there's no way that I can get it past 3 years. But yeah, now I'm here, not to announce that I'm going to graduate. So, yep, I guess it is a good start to, get through my weekend is always, cannot do something more than 3 years. Yep. So I guess I grew a lot already. That's the first takeaway message that I learned, in these 3 years is to just stay here, and maybe one day you'll be able to do something. Yeah, now it seems that nothing happened, right? But still, maybe someday something will happen. So just stay the hope here, okay? Stay the hope here. But anyway, today, I don't know when I have this idea, but yeah, it is on my book of one of the anniversary event for a very long time. Is that I'll do a setup review. I'm not going to do a face review because I can see that like many other kind of VTuber and also some artists are doing their setup review, and honestly, theirs looks so much better than mine. I'm sure that they tidy the setup before they are going to like review it to you guys. It makes sense, but honestly, for me, I'm like, but fuck it. I'm just gonna show how it looks like to me, like every day, what I'm looking at instead of tighten things up and try to fake it. So now, okay, for what you're going to see, it is completely vanilla. Okay, I really look at it every day. Now, in fact, at this very moment, I'm looking at it already. So, yeah, it is a little bit messy and also a little bit dusty. Okay, just so you know, just so you have some mental preparation for some hair and dust. I did not notice that when I took the picture. Yeah, really, I didn't notice that. But when I'm preparing the photos to show to you guys, and I was like, is that a hair? Is a dust? I'll try not to point to you guys, okay? I try to not point to you guys. You know, YouTube is having some very heavy compression to the video, right? So maybe after the compression, you guys cannot see that. Okay, just if you see that, then yeah, I guess I'll just lower the quality of the stream. Okay, so be sure to let me know. Okay, if you let me know, then I'll just lower the bitrate by maybe 3000. So okay, first picture is the no, it's a thumbnail. Okay, it's a thumbnail. I know that it's a little bit blurry, but it's because I'm taking this with a ultra wide camera, so the ultra wide camera is always having a lower quality than the main camera. So yeah, it is very blurry, and also it is indoor. So if you don't know, that indoor lighting is usually considered to be a harsh lighting. So it is very hard for you to take a good picture. It will require you to have some some better lighting, also maybe some tuning to the setting of the camera. But I mean, I'm just taking a picture to show it on the stream, so I didn't bother to do all the tuning. And also, it's just one picture, okay? I guarantee that the picture other than this one will look so much better, okay? So it's only this one. So this is a overview. Yeah, I stood up and have to take it with an ultra wide camera because it is, again, it is very wide. Yeah, it is not as wide as my old setup, which I will also show to you guys later. But yeah, this one, yeah, you can see that it's like, this is my closet. Okay, wait, let me use my cursor. Okay, this is my closet, and it is blocking maybe around 30% of the desk. Yeah, so this part right here, yes, it is very dark, but still it is usable. Okay, it is, you can treat it as the first level of the shelf, but honestly, I usually just use it as part of my desk. Usually before I put this monitor in. Yeah, before last year around this time, this is my working desk where I just do all my homework there. Yeah, usually, but because now I've graduated already. Yeah, I'm no longer a student, so now it becomes my oh wait, there's a double comment. Not this one. Holy wait. I guess this one. Yep. Anyway, yeah, welcome Jonathan to the stream again. Missing the last stream? No problem. Just one stream. It's okay. Just one stream, right? I mean, when we are still a student in college, we always skip class. Yeah, not only like one in a while, but like, yeah, maybe once in a while for not skipping a class. So yeah, already a very good a citizen for me. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the the congratulations, the happy anniversary. Thank you for that. But I don't know, what are you guys expecting? Like, do you guys have any expectation on a so-called VTuber setup? Like, how should it look like? Is there any convention? Am I very like outstanding in some good way or bad way? I'm really not sure about that. So yeah, I know that this setup, some part of it is very expensive, which I'll go to later. But yeah, you can see the trend, okay? I can, at least for me, okay, I can see the trend of the selection of the gear, the equipment that I buy, right? Let's see if you guys can spot it. Yeah, let's see if you guys can spot it. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so this part. So this desk usually used to be my desk for for working, for doing homework, right? But now because I graduated already, I'm no longer a student, so I don't have any real paperwork to do. So now this become my computer desk. Okay. You've been here for more than a year now, because I remember that you were here back in the Elden Ring days, right? And it was already 1 year ago. So, oh my god, time flies. Time flies. You're still here. Holy. I think you are one of the longest viewership in the history of the channel. Yeah, you should be honored for that. And what else? Now, yep. This right here on the right side, if you cannot notice it, is the main heart of the setup, which is the PC. And this microphone, wow. Actually, I've been using this before I become VTuber. So at that time, I was like, I was just using a very crappy Razer microphone. So maybe it is better for me to upgrade it, because that microphone, how can I explain that? It is picking up so many of the unnecessary background noise, where it is not making my voice to be pronounced enough. But at the same time, I don't know, like, how can I have no idea how it's so bad. Like, it may sound good if you are jumping from a headset microphone to that Razer microphone, but it is making my voice to be extremely noisy. Yeah, extremely noisy and annoying to hear. So I know that at that time I was still not quite a streamer, so yeah, maybe buying this microphone at that time is a little bit overspent on my side. But yeah, overspending is one of the trend, one of my I don't know, my behavior, my tendency to do stuff. That's why I'm still kind of broke. Yeah. You can see where my money goes. It's all on my desk actually. Yeah, I'm looking at it every single day. This is where my money is gone. So anyway, this microphone is a Shure. Wait, what is that? ENVTuber. Yeah, ENVTuber. And I don't know. Actually, to be very honest, if I can upgrade one equipment from this setup, then 100% it would be this microphone. Honestly. And maybe you'll be like, is it something bad? I don't know, like, you guys can be the judge, because you guys are the actual user of this microphone, isn't it? Right? I'm not using this microphone actually. I'm not listening to that at all. I don't have monitor on, by the way. Yeah, I know that most people, when they are streaming or when they are maybe on the stage performing, usually they will have the monitor on so that they can listen to what they are speaking, like how they are sounding like to the audience. But just for some reason, for me, it never works, because there's a delay to the feedback to the monitor, right? So I would find that delay to be extremely annoying. So I cannot speak with the delay. Usually I will try to wait for the delay to end, and I will try to speak again. So you will listen to me and be like, why is he speaking very in a very stutter way? You say it? Because I'm waiting for the playback to end so that I can speak again. You know, there's a delay to that. I really cannot deal with that. So yeah, I don't have a monitor on usually. But anyway, yeah, I'm not the real user of this microphone. You guys are the real user. So I hope that it will not hurt your ear. But this microphone, I know that it is kind of the go-to recommendation for streamer or like for podcasts, and also one of the brother, SM7B, is it SM7B, and also SM7DB, the newer iteration. Yeah, so it is usually the go-to recommendation for streamer and also for podcasting. But I would say it is kind of picky to your voice too. I know that it is it is usually fitting so many people, the large public, because the bass is a little bit more warmer. Yeah, there's a tuning to that. I can hear that, and also at the same time, it's not sacrificing that much of a trouble. But somehow it makes my voice to be extremely bright, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. So because I listen to myself too, even though I'm not listening to it live, I'm not listening to it like now, right? But still, I refuse every single one of my thoughts. So yeah, I know how I sound like, but this microphone make me to sound like extremely bright, which is, I don't know, it's kind of true too, okay? My voice have a bright signature to that, but it is making it to sound maybe also too annoying. I'm not sure if it is the case for you guys, but yeah. And also for the SM7, yeah, SM7 like B or like DB whatever, because they are almost the same thing, but the DB is having a preamp to that, I remember, so it is not that demanding to your mixer. Yep, that's the only difference, I believe. But anyway, yeah, the tuning for that thingy is, I know that again, okay, so many people are recommending that, but it doesn't mean that it will fit everybody. Actually, I heard some people with their voice sound so terrible with that microphone. So if you sound very terrible with that microphone with the SM7, then yeah, please, yeah, just change to another one. It's not your problem, I can say. Yeah, it's not really your problem. Maybe it's just your voice is not that, yeah, it's not playing playing that well with that microphone. Okay, don't feel bad about it. Just change to another one. Or maybe there's a chance that you just mess up with some of the setting with your mixer, which is possible. But yeah, I heard somebody, okay, the SM7B is famous to be very hard to push, if that makes sense to you. So it will require a large gain in order for you to be make it to be audible. Okay, so usually people will just cram up the gain by a lot, but by this process, sometimes it will also make the audio to be extremely distorting. So that's why some people are not sounding that well with the SM7, because I think maybe the microphone is not picking up their voice that well, so they will have to cram up the gain to be extremely high in order for it to be audible. But at that time, the audio is already distorted. Yeah, this is what this is my guess only, okay? I'm not sound engineer. I only know a hair bit about, sound engineer. I also only watch maybe 3 videos about how to mix. So I'm not an expert. I was really happy to know a actual sound engineer so that I can learn more about how to use these equipment right here. Okay, so this is a mixer, which is a Rodecaster Duo. So I just bought it last year around maybe September, around 1 year old. It is it the newest edition? Okay, no, it's the second newest addition to the setup. Okay, so because this microphone I can use it in USB mode. So usually at that time I just use it with the USB because it works. Yeah, it works. So if it works, then don't touch it, right? I'm a strong believer of that. But at that time, because that it is using the micro USB. Yeah, if you guys still know what that is, I don't know what's your experience with that. But for me, I'm never having a good time with micro USB. It is too loose, and this microphone arm, you can move it around, right? And if you just move it slightly, then the connector will just come out. It means that the mic will just disconnect after you move the microphone arm. Then how is it usable? So I guess, yeah, I can justify my purchasing decision for using mixer, okay? Because at that time, if I move the microphone, then the microphone will just disconnect, okay? So it means that it doesn't work. So I can touch it now. Yep. If that makes sense to you. So yeah, after I start to a step out, it means that I will have to use a mixer. So this is the mixer choice that I make. The only reason is that at that time I was like, maybe I'll need 2 XLR input. It means that I may need 2 microphones. I'm not sure. So I'm leaving a possibility here. So this mixer have 2 inputs. But now, of course, I'm only using 1. You can see that I only have 1 cable plugged into that. So yeah, I'm only using half of the mixer, actually, technically. But anyway, yeah, I was able to say it is a good purchase because it leaves some room for expanding for my setup. so that if I ever want to expand, then I don't have to buy everything from scratch. Yeah, so it is part of my, you can say that it is part of my philosophy. Yup. And but I would say that this sound pad, this what's it called? Like, is it sound pad? I suddenly forgot about the actual name for this thingy. I never use them. Okay, I never use them. It is for some effects, so I can make myself to sound very robotic, or like just making myself to be high pitch or low pitch, sound like a demon. Yeah, I can do that with this thingy, but I never do that. I never use this effect for the content, so maybe it is also I'm wasting the potential here. I'm not sure. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to use them. But for now, I just leave it to collect dust. Okay, it is a very nice dust collector. And actually, I have some other photo to show to you guys, which is like, yeah, here. Oh my god. Okay. So, yep, this is when I zoom to that that hole on the left hand side. That is these yep. Hey, oh my god, it's so hard. Okay, so Megamin is looking at me all the time. If you still can't tell, Megamin is my Kami Oshi. So you can see that she's on the desk. She's also here. Oh my god, with that move. She's also here, looking at me all the time when I'm using the computer. She's always with me. So I'm happy. Okay? And also maybe sometimes you'll see that my model suddenly look to the left hand side. Yup. And sometimes it is because I'm looking at my second monitor. And sometimes it is actually because I'm taking the water. Okay, my cup is here. It's all the way here. And every time if I want to grab my water, then I'll have to lean forward and to take it. So sometimes I'm just being lazy and I'll just put it, wait. I will just put it here. Yeah, kind of here. Yep. So that I don't have to lean forward and just grab the cup. Yeah, every time. I'm just being lazy there. But what else? Oh yeah, so you can also see that my switch is actually hidden here. Hidden here. I can probably also, okay, maybe I can show you the full setup again. Maybe this is better. Maybe this is better. So I can either put the switch here, or I can put the switch like inside there, right? So at the end, I decided to put it inside there because probably I'm not going to touch the switch all that much. Yeah, probably. Other than maybe sometimes I'll have to swap the game card, then I'll have to touch it. But now because the switch 2 is only for my use. Yeah, before this, when I'm still having the original switch, then I'm sharing that with my parents. So my parents also use the same switch, and that's why I cannot, hide it that inside of a setup, so that if they have to take it, then they can just easily grab it. Okay. So back then, I actually have my switch set up in the living room. So every time, if I want to stream any Switch game, then I'll have to move my Switch with the dock from the living room to my setup. That's why I usually at that time just put it there, okay? So that I also have all the cable ready for this. Yeah, I put the HDMI cable there. So yeah, now I decided to put it inside because I now own my Switch. Yeah, finally. So I don't have to share it with my parents. So I can put it inside. Okay. And also this place usually no, this is the game card, right? This is the holder for the game card, and this space is also for my phone. Also sometimes my cup of water. So I will prefer to have this place to be empty. Yeah, so that I can put whatever I want. And what else? And also, yeah, this thingy. I don't know if you guys can recognize this. This is actually an iPad. Yep, this is an iPad Pro. Okay, so I actually did not use it for almost a year now. Okay, this is one of the the so-called new addition to my setup too. I only start using it again around maybe 1 month ago. So because this iPad used to be my, I can say that it's kind of my laptop replacement. Okay, it's kind of my laptop replacement for school. But so so after school, after like I graduate, I don't really use it all that much, and I just put it on the shelf and call it in dust again. But then I suddenly realized that wait a second, this iPad has Face ID. So what it means is that I can actually use it as the face check-in. Yup. So for the longest time, okay, you can see that. Yep, you can see that I have 2 webcams. Yeah, people are like, yeah, any other people when they're looking at this setup, we were like, why do you have 2 webcams? But actually, one of them, the left one, used to be for face tracking, and the right one used to be for my hand cam. Which the right one is still my hand cam. Yeah, I just used it last time when I did the Switch unboxing. But the left one now is actually unused already. Okay, there's no problem with that. Okay, it is still perfectly working, and it is kind of suiting my need too. But let's be honest. The iPhone check-in, the iPad check-in is always better than any kind of face cam check-in. So at the end, yeah, I just jump to the Apple boat too. So now what you're looking at is actually the face check-in from the iPad. So now you can see that it is better, I would say. Before when I still using this webcam check-in, the mouth the mouth is always off. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can still remember that, but at that time my mouth was always open for no good reason. Yeah, I was not even speaking. But it is, I know that, I know the reason. It is partly because of my lips is a little bit thick in real life. So maybe I think the AI is having some trouble into recognizing my lips. That's why it will think that, oh, it seems like your mouth is open, but it's actually not. It's only because my lips is a little bit thick. Yeah, it's not the mouth open. It's my lips, come on. So yeah, maybe the AI need a little bit of work. But this is the AI of NVIDIA, guys. Yeah, what's that? It worth the most in the world, okay? It is the most expensive company in the world right now. NVIDIA, they made the AI for the face tracking. Can't believe that. And it recognized the lips as the mouth. Come on. It is unbelievable. Okay, I hope that after I say this, tomorrow, tomorrow is Sunday. Then on Monday, I'll see the stock price of NVIDIA to drop. But okay, anyway, it is not it's not quite relevant because NVIDIA rarely do their own AI. Okay, NVIDIA is usually only the supplier for the chips to make AI. They don't make AI by themselves usually. Okay, for the most part. Anyway, yeah. So for all the potential VTuber out there, then I can tell you guys that iPhone check-in is the best. It's the best, really. Or iPad, okay? I'm now using iPad and it is the same thing, I guess. I don't think Apple have any other solution. Like, I'm sure they only have one algorithm and also one, the face sensor. Is it? So if you are using iPhone or iPad, they should perform the same, I guess. Okay, I don't have an iPhone. Maybe surprising to you guys. I'm not sure because my supervisor was so surprised that why are you using an iPad with a Samsung phone? And I was like, because I need a tablet. Okay, I need a tablet. And somehow that I don't know, like you can say that Apple is monopoly in the tablet space. Is it? I don't see anybody using any other tablet other than iPad. So if I need a tablet for my school, then at that time, the only sensible option is the iPad. So I have no choice. But for phone, I have so many choices. So I can choose to not use iPhone. Okay, so that's the reason. So yeah, I only have the iPad for my face checking, and now I'm using it. It is perfectly fine. My mouth is also perfectly checked. When I speak, it's open. When I'm not speaking, it's closed. See? Yeah, so good. It's so good. How hard is it? The lips is a lips. The mouth is a mouth. It looks so different. Come on. And also, okay, not only this, but sometimes the eye is also off. But I think at some update of VTuber Studio, I just fixed it. So yeah, maybe I consider it as not a problem anymore. But anyway, the mouth is the most problematic, and I really cannot use it. So yeah, now I'm using iPad for checking, and okay, this is not a good picture. I mean, this is not a good picture. Maybe, yeah. Actually, the iPad usually is connected to the computer with a USB. So now, there is a USB cable here, like somewhere here, connecting to the PC. I've tried to use what the hell? I'm too into the Apple thingy. Using Wi-Fi. Yeah, I tried to use Wi-Fi to send the data from my iPad to the computer, but somehow the connection is always unstable. So the model will sometimes pause for a while. So now I'm using USB instead. Yeah. Wi-Fi connection is always more reliable. So yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, what else? Okay, so this little monitor is another new addition. Yeah, so at that time I lift up my main monitor by maybe around 10 cm. So that I can fit another monitor downstairs, and also my iPad. Yeah, so this monitor is now used for the comments. Okay, so now your comment is actually displayed here in the lower monitor. But that is one of the mistakes of mine. Okay, I don't know if you can tell from this picture, but this lower monitor is actually glossy. So it means that it will reflect off the light of the room, and you can see that this monitor is put in at a slight angle, right? So that I can see that clearly. Otherwise, if I'm putting it up straight like all this other monitor, then because it is too low, okay, it is placing on the table already. So if I'm putting it completely up straight, then I cannot see that well. That's why I'm putting it as in a slight angle, but that will make it like the glossy finish to reflect all of the ambient lights, including the ceiling lights. You can see that there's I don't know if you can see this part, but this glowing thingy is the ceiling light. It's a reflection of the ceiling light. And yeah, this is not really a good picture, okay? It's not really good at illustrating what I'm looking at right now. But this reflection is actually for me here. Okay, if I'm sitting at my normal position now, then this light is basically right at the middle, and the entire ceiling light is visible for me. Yep. Now you can only see the edge of it, right? But now, for me, I can see the entire light here, so I really cannot see things. Yeah, honestly. So yeah, I didn't look at the surface finish when I bought it, because I bought it online. That's the problem with online shopping, guys. You cannot see the demo. Anyway, so if I miss a comment, which is not likely to happen, okay? I have multiple places to display your comment. So yeah, if I miss a comment, then you know why. Also, yeah, another takeaway message is that never do online shopping. especially for this kind of expensive item, then usually I will try to have a demo. Okay, try to look at the demo first before I do the purchasing decision. But this thingy is very expensive locally. Yeah, so I decided to just buy online and didn't really look at any sample. So anyway, and also this screen is a touch screen for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone actually uses a touch function on Windows, but at least for me, yeah, I I only use it one time. Yeah, the one time is because I want to test out the functionality of this screen, and that's it. I never use the touch function anymore. So whatever. And this monitor, okay, this is my main monitor, obviously. And this is an OLED monitor. So yeah, I only bought it again last year. And at that time, I was looking at any 4K, like some 4K options. But unfortunately, 4K at that time was not available in this size. So 4K is only tied with 32 inches, which is too big for my setup. We can see that this monitor is almost sticking to the side, like, yeah, almost touching my PC already, and the other side is almost touching the other monitor already. So I really do not have any more space to house a bigger monitor. But yeah, if you ask me 10 times, yeah, would you prefer a 2K monitor or a 4K monitor? Then 100% I will answer you 4K. The reason is most video are either in 4K or 1080p, and if you put 4 1080p monitor together, then it is 4K. It means that it is in a perfect ratio. Okay, if you don't understand that, it's fine. Yeah, it's only because I'm a computer nerd. So I understand all this, but all you have to understand is that if you have a 4K video displaying on a 2K monitor, then it is not looking as good, okay? But if you have a... Also, what else? If you have a 1080p video, if you want to display on a 2K monitor, again, it is not looking as well. But if you have a 1080p video and you're displaying it in a 4K monitor, then the pixel can perfectly fit there. So it will look kind of good. But of course, because it's still 1080p, so it is not as sharp. But usually, it is believed that it will be looking better on the 4K monitor. Yup, still, because it is in perfect ratio. Okay, 1:2. But for 2K, it is like 1 to 1.7 or something. It is not a full number, so it is not looking as good. Okay, so yeah, a quick tech tips for you guys. But at that time, yeah, because I'm looking for a 2070-inch monitor, and I have no choice. Okay, I can only pick 1440p. It is I don't want to say I regret that because I have no choice, but yeah, if I switch my setup like 1 year later, if I'm only buying the monitor this year, then 4K 2017, what the hell, 27-inch is an option. Yeah, now they make it, but they didn't make it last year. Why? Why do this to me? If they make it last year, then 100% I'll buy it. It's just 1 year late. Anyway, this is a quantum dot OLED. Okay, so it means that there's a quantum dot layer on the monitor, you can say that, and it is for making the color to look more saturated and also to increase the color coverage. Okay, but it comes with a downside. I know that you cannot see it from this picture. It's because I'm displaying something on the monitor already. But if you are not displaying anything, and you will see that it is kind of grayish looking, and also sometimes it will be some purple grain to that. It is because of the ambient light is activating the quantum dot layer, so it is making the ambient light to also look more saturated in color. So it is more like a double-edged sword, right? Just if you are chasing a OLED monitor, if you are buying that, usually people are looking for a true black, okay, a very deep black. But now, because of the quantum dot layer, it is making the black to look a little bit grayish, because it is reflecting the ambient light. Unless you have a room with basically zero light, yeah, a very well lit room, which I don't believe anyone have, yeah, realistically in their home. Also, because you are looking at the monitor, right? So I assume that you will turn on some light, right? Do you want to be blind? Whatever. So this is a QD OLED, which I'll say it is good looking to me too. It is the black is fine if I'm not really having a direct light shining to that. so my ceiling, okay, yeah, my ceiling light is not shining directly to the monitor, so that effect, that like grayish effect, is not that pronounced. But I also have another light on top of there, yeah, which you cannot see. If I turn on that light, then the quantum dot layer will be very annoying. Yeah, it is very annoying. I can see that everything is very gray. It's not purple, okay? It's not purple yet, but still, it is a little bit annoying. So, yeah. What else? What's about about OLED monitor? So, oh yeah, also the wallpaper. This is, I think, yeah, this is the first ever commission that I made, other than making a VTuber model. My daughter Moody, and I'm still using it as my wallpaper. And this one is the second one. Yeah, it's the second commission. And this one, the Niseki one, yeah, it's mine. Finally, this is, I think, yeah, this is the only commission for full-size wallpaper for me so far. So now I'm putting it here as my background for the front monitor, and yeah. So if anyone else, okay, most of my friends don't know that I'm VTuber. So if anyone else come into my home and visit me and try to use my setup, I would have to switch all three of the wallpaper so that I won't expose myself. But honestly, like, some of them are already asking, why are you having such a overkill setup? Because all of them for that I'm just a normal gamer. They don't even think that I'm still streaming. I know I streamed for a very long time already, okay, even before I became VTuber, but they thought that I stopped streaming already. Yeah, they thought that I'm done with that, but they didn't know that I'm done with being a normal streamer and now become VTuber. So all of them will be like, looking at my setup, why are you having a good microphone? Why do you have a mixer? And usually I'll just answer them, well, it's because I'm a tech nerd. So I want to try that out. Can I? Yeah, is there any problem to that? And they're like, okay, yeah, you're rich. I guess for the hard that, no, you are rich, there's no comment. Yeah, I can be rich. Only if I'm not buying any of this. So yeah, maybe when you're looking at this, you think, oh, you're rich, but no, like, just look at all these. Again, I spent all the money here. But anyway, yeah, every time I say that I'm tech nerd, so I want to try out different things, and then I can get away with that explanation. Otherwise, honestly, like, it is really hard to explain why do you have a mixer, right? For a normal gamer and normal person, I guess no one will actually get a mixer. So yeah, this thing is maybe the biggest giveaway, and also maybe the Stream Deck. But for the Stream Deck, okay, the Stream Deck I can oh my god, this has become a stream for me to think about the excuses. Yeah, usually I'll just say, oh, I want to have some macro, so I use a Stream Deck. But yeah, usually I can always get away with that. Maybe they just don't bother to ask me, to ask some follow-up question. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, so yeah, this second monitor is another 1440p one, but it is only 144 Hz. I've been using this for a long time, maybe around 7 years already. Yep. So this is a kind of old monitor, and this is the one, the middle one, the main one. It is 360 Hz. Yeah, it's so fast right now. I know it's getting, yeah, the number is getting higher and higher, but I can no longer leverage the advantage of having a high refresh rate monitor. It's so sad. I'm getting older now. I can really feel that. At that time, guys, at that time, when I just first got a 144 Hz monitor, it is a night and day difference for me. Yeah, I can really notice that. It is very noticeable for me from 60 Hz to 144. But now when I jumped from 144 to 360, I was like, is it really 360? I was questioning myself, is it really 360? But I look at the refresh rate, on the the setting on the monitor and also the setting on my PC, they are all suggesting that it is already running at 360. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. I cannot tell the difference anymore. But to be fair, okay, I can still tell the difference between around like 140 to about 100. Okay, if there's a big frame drop to around 100, then at that time I can like maybe I can still notice that. But if the FPS drop from I don't know like 300 to 200, the number is very big, right? It is already 1/3. Yeah, it's already 1/3. But I cannot notice that. I really cannot see that at all. So yeah, during these 3 years, not only that I grew as a VTuber, but also at the same time, I'm getting so much older now. Honestly, like I cannot react to something in game, something that happened in game that fast already. Oh no. Fine, okay. So I really cannot comment that is 360 Hz worth it, right? Because I cannot even see the difference. Maybe if you can see the difference, then it will worth the money. But for me, I'll say it is a little bit overkill. Maybe 240 is already enough. Because at that time, okay, I'm not sure about now. I didn't do the test for me, but at that time, because my laptop is 240 Hz. And I can tell the difference between my main monitor, which is this one, okay, at the time. This 144 Hz with the 240 Hz with a laptop, it is also, okay, at that time, I thought that it's night and day. So at that time, I was already dreaming. Maybe one day, if I'm going to swap away this monitor, then I'm going to buy 240 Hz 100%. Yeah, at that time, I say this to me. And I thought that it would be a night and day difference. But it turns out that this monitor, this 360 Hz, coming too late. Yeah, if I buy this maybe 5 years earlier, yeah, if 5 years earlier there's 360 Hz on the planet, then I can leverage the advantage. Maybe I'm already a pro player. Maybe what if my mom give birth like 2 years later? Oh my god. Okay. I'll stop this. It's getting worse and worse. But what else? I guess that's all. Oh yeah, also this gas pad. So did I show it before? Wait, let me check. When was my last Apex stream? When was it? I remember that I got this gas pad back in is it March? Let's see. My last stream in February. Okay, so you guys have never seen this before. Yeah, you guys have never seen this before. But this glass pad was I bought it in March, and I'll say it is not really improving my aim. Okay. Yeah, people are like, no, if you want to have the last upgrade to your setup, then be sure to check out the glass pad. And I was like, oh, because I see that at that time there's a discount to this pad, so why not give it a try? And I bought it, I tried it, and it's too slippery for me. Yeah, it's too slippery for me. People usually say that, because it is more slippery. Okay, they don't use the word slippery. They use the word like smooth, right? Yeah, because the surface is more smooth, so your aim will be more smooth too. You can do the check-in so much better than with a cloth mat. Yeah, it is what they are trying to say. But for me, it is too smooth to a point where it is slippery. So there's not enough stopping power for me to land a perfect headshot. Yeah, if that makes sense to you. So if you're using some SMG in Apex, then maybe it will help. But if you're using like shotgun, a sniper, then this thing will only hurt your aim. At least in my opinion. Maybe I'm just too bad at the game. I don't know yet. Maybe some pro player will be laughing at me. Huh? Yeah, you're just too rubbish. I can land every single headshot with this glass pad. But for me, like, no. Not at all. I can see that my aim is getting so unstable now. Like sometimes I can still do some crazy flick shot or something, but now I feel like that it is luck. But at that time when I'm still using the cloth pad, I feel like it is all skill. But you know what? I always have the option to just take away the glass pad and just use the cloth pad underneath. Yeah, you can see that, right? I didn't remove my cloth pad for a good reason. Because I'm really prepared that one day I'll just eat the entire glass pad and know what, like fucking $80? Fine. Like I just donate to the poster. A Super Glide. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot the company. I can only remember the model is Super Glide, because Super Glide is the name for one of the movement in Apex, and at that time I do it a lot. I did a lot, and some people even thought that I'm pro player. Yeah, they comment on stream. Yeah, actually on this channel, they comment on stream. Oh, you look like pro player, and partly I can see that it's because I can pull off Super Glide relatively consistently at that time, but now I cannot do that anymore. Maybe this is also one of the signs that I'm getting older, because Super Glide is very hard to pull off. Okay, you will have to click the jump button first. Where holy I forgot. I think yeah, you have to jump, and then 1 frame later, exactly 1 frame later, you will have to hit the crouch button. So it is frame dependent. Okay, it is first part that is hard because it is frame dependent. So if your frame rate fluctuate a lot, then it will get increasingly hard for you to pull off the move. And also secondly, not only that, you will have to click the button in this exact order and also in this exact timing, but also you will have to click this sequence of buttons in the correct timing. Yeah, so what this is what we call as mental. So it is when you get to the top part of the ledge, then you have to click jump, and then 1 frame later you have to click crouch so that you can shoot yourself away from the ledge. Yeah, this is the movement. It is exactly at the moment where you are at the tip point of the ledge. You have to click this. So now first, because I upgrade my computer. It is trolling me at the end. Yeah, I have a better computer now, so it is putting off some higher frame rate. So it is very hard for me to pull off the the frame perfect movement now. Okay, it's part of the reason. Also second, again, I'm just getting old. I'm getting older now. 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago, I can put that off with 100 FPS around. Yup. But now I cannot do that anymore. Holy. Yeah, at the time, people are like, you're a pro player. Also, yeah, I remember that at that time, I can almost land every single shot of a wingman. But now I'm like, is wingman actually a weapon for people to use? Is it actually my wingman? Or is it my enemy's wingman? Yeah, every time when I use a wingman, I feel like it is trolling me. It is helping the enemy because I'm not landing my shot at all. So now, maybe one day I should stream Apex again and let you guys see how bad I am right now. I know that back then, we did stream a lot of Apex, and this channel basically just start with 99% of Apex content. Yeah, I remember that Woody have entire month of entire month of Apex content for one time. But now, the last Apex stream was already more than half a year ago. I didn't even bother to stream Apex now, like in this entire season. Usually I will have, I call it a seasonal Apex stream because usually I just get into Apex every single season and see what's the new updates. But now, I kind of got lost track already. But anyway, I'm getting the Apex conversation. Maybe I'll do it later, okay? Let me finish my introduction to the setup first. Yeah. So what else? This monitor, that monitor, this monitor. Yeah, technically I have 4 monitors with me. My mom is always like, son, excuse me, how many eyeballs do you have? yeah, can you demonstrate looking at all the monitor at the same time? And I'm like, oh, it's very simple. I just sit there and look at, like, focus at here, and all 4 of the monitor will be in my sight. Yep. Does that make sense to you? So so I can look at all the monitor at the same time. I can do that. Everyone can do that. That's why, yeah, 4 monitors, it's not overkill at all. It's a need. Yeah. And oh wait, actually, you know what? I can show another picture. Is it, wait, which one is it? Which one? Maybe this one? Yeah. So my PC. Usually I will turn off all the RGB because I really hate it. Maybe I'm also base. I know. I always think that I'm base. Some, you know, unpopular opinion, but I really think that RGB is very distracting, especially when they are, you know, they're blinking or something. But I know that people like it a lot. I have no idea why. How can you focus on your work or your game, whatever, when there's something blinking your eye all the time right next to you, right? Because, you know, yeah, you can see that this is a monitor, and yeah, this entire light box is right next to you. How can you really focus on the content on the monitor instead of being distracted by all this blink thingy? I don't understand that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just having ADHD. I'm not sure about that. But I really cannot focus on the monitor when there's something blinking next to me. So usually I have these all these light off, but some of them is somehow uncontrollable. So for the RAM, yeah, these 2 RAM sticks, it is always on because I cannot turn it off. Yeah, I really cannot. Also for the GPU, I cannot turn it off. That's why you can see that I put this entire this cardboard. Oh my god, I don't know how to describe that. Yeah, this cardboard to kind of block the GPU because I don't want this light to shine for me. So yeah, you can, yeah, at least in the photo you can still see the logo, some lighting. But for me, when I'm sitting at my actual position, then I cannot see that well. Okay, so this is blocking the side already. It's happened a lot. And I can just show you more about this. I know that you guys have no idea what that is. Yeah, only local that understand this. But wait a second, let me drink water first, okay? Yeah, I know that basically only local can understand this thingy, this cardboard. But yeah, let me explain it. This is using a road sign design. Okay, this is, you can see it everywhere in Hong Kong. Okay, this is the road sign design, the standard road sign design in Hong Kong, and this road name is also real. Okay, this road really exists in Hong Kong, but it sounds so similar to some of the swear word in Cantonese. So it's so fun. Okay, so the swear word of this thingy basically means either oh shit, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to say oh shit in Cantonese, then you can say kok gai, okay, pok gai. Or another meaning is wait, is that a good translation to English? Son of a bitch. I guess yeah, that is the most accurate translation to to this word in Cantonese, okay, which conveniently is also a swear word in English. Yeah, and for this thingy, like D7 689, this is one of the reference with some political background, so it is very hard for me to explain that. But D7, okay, by the way, yeah, D7 is another swear word. So yeah, this road sign is funny as hell. At that time, I just bought it right away without even thinking about it. This thingy was bought from flower market. So it is one of the biggest events locally before Chinese New Year. So we will have the flower market in some of the sport courts, and usually like at that time, okay, back then there are two main sessions. So one of them is this kind of some funny goods, which we call as a dry good, okay, because it is not flower. Where the so-called wet goods are the flower, okay, because there is a tradition that usually Chinese people will buy some flower with them before getting into the new year, and usually the flower have some meaning to that, like I don't know, become rich, or like become rich, or getting some offspring. And what else have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah, something like that, okay. So usually the flower have some meaning, but the flower market not only sell flowers but also sell this kind of funny goods. But now, unfortunately, because of some, again, political reason, the dry goods section of flower market is already you can say maybe suspend or cancel, whatever. Yeah, it's no more. I don't know if it is suspend. I don't know the official wording for that. Yeah, is it cancel forever? Is it just suspend? I'm not sure, but we have never seen that after maybe 2020. So personally, I see it as cancel already. So you can no longer buy all this funny thingy. So for these two acrylic, it is newly acquired just this week. It is the collab of Yina with Hong Kong Sushi Law. Yep. And I actually have other of the acrylic, but I give it to my friends. So yeah, this is the only acrylic that I have left. And of course I have the four smaller figures. So my dream at that time was to fill all like this entire ledge with small figures, but now yeah, because I have these two, and I cannot really find a better place to place these two than you, so I just put in there. And oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the actual spec of my computer. Yeah, I want to review that with a good reason. Yeah, so that I said it at the beginning, right? If you look at the trend of my purchase decision, then you know my behavior. Yeah. So this is a very important information. Okay, the spec of the computer. CPU is an i7. It's at 1700K. Yeah. And for the GPU, it's 4080. So it is not the best. Okay, if you don't know computer thingy, then i7 is like 1 tier lower, and also 4080 is also 1 tier lower than the flagship. The highest tier is 4090, but that thing, okay, there's a good reason. There's a good reason for me to not just go for the highest tier. So first and foremost, 4090 is actually banned locally. Okay. Okay. Yep. So the US government did not allow us to sell 4090 and also like 5090 in our local store, but apparently you can still get it. Yeah, you can still get it through the custom. And there's an entire documentary on YouTube by GN, by Gamer Nexus, which got taken down for some reason. Yeah, we don't know why. But yeah, somehow you can some smuggler can get it through the border and somehow get it to our local stores, but it is in a very inflated price, I'll say. So yeah, so that's the first reason why I didn't get the 4090 at the time. And the second one is that the 4090 is drawing a lot of power, so it is known to melt the power connector. Yep. So this thing is a power connector which is called 12 volt high power, I believe. Yeah, like 12. You can see it in the picture. Is it like a VTH, what is that? Like VHPWR. Anyway, it is like high power, and this thingy, by the name, you would think that it can carry some very high voltage, right? But in reality, yes, like it is by design to carry a high power, but also it has some flaw that it also cannot carry high power. So like, yeah, being able to carry high power is their dream. Yeah, they are trying to achieve this with this connector, but at the same time, they failed. They actually failed. There is not enough of a safety margin to the design, but they're like, screw it, I'm just going to release it anyway, and they just force everyone to use it with this their floor connector. So 4090, because it is drawing too much power, so some connector just melt. Yeah, it just overheats and melt. But for 1 tier lower, for 4080, because the power draw is not as crazy, so it's not melting as much. Yeah, just as much. So I'm like, maybe 4090 is lower risk, and also it's cheaper. Yeah, the 4080. Yeah, 4080 is cheaper, and also it's lower risk, so I just buy it, right? 4090 is like, it is expensive, and also it is flawed. Then why should I buy it? Okay, and kind of the same thing for the i9. At that time, I'm looking at i9. It is not like crazy expensive. It is not overpriced. I'll say it is fair. Okay, at the time the pricing was fair, but also at the same time, it is so hot. You can see that I'm using a very small case. Okay, even though it is a ATS case, which is kind of the standard size, but the layout makes everything to just cram together. So all of the components you can see right here, they're all generating heat. Okay, so by putting them all together means that the heat density is higher. So cooling will also be a bigger challenge. But for other cases, for a normal layout cases, all these components are properly, you can say, spaced apart. So all of them can get some fresh air. But for this case, I'm only having 2 fans at the bottom as an intake. Okay, which is partly blocked by this thing. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, I knew it. This row side is blocking some for the intake, but I just want to block the RGB light. Also, it looks so funny, so I'll just put it there anyway. Yep. So I only have 2 intakes at the bottom, which is partly blocked, and I have kind of a high power GPU already, which is also forming heat. So yeah, so first, I don't have enough fresh air, and second, I have 300 watts pumping from the GPU to the CPU cooler upstairs. So probably this thingy cannot handle a i9, which is another 300 watts. So at the end, I just bought the i7. Yeah, it's a right decision because this i7 is already overheating. Yeah. So sometimes, maybe you can hear some fan noise when I'm streaming. I can tell you that at least 60% of the noise is coming from these 3 fans. They are always running at full load when I'm playing game. So yeah, I apologize for that. But I also use the built-in noise cancelling function in OBS, which helps to mitigate the problem by a lot already. So yeah, at least for me, for me, when I review my thought, I don't hear the noise at all. So yeah, I'm already using a kind of good earphone, which, wait, yeah, I did not show you. I have one picture. Wait a second. I should have one picture of that. This one? Yeah, so it is another, why is it so big? Yeah, so it is another angle, just a lower angle. So yeah, this is a USB deck. So it is for me to connect my kind of overkill earphone again. Yeah, because this earphone is using a, you can say it is a special connector, which is a higher quality one. It is not 3.5 millimeter. Okay, it's not 3.5. It is 4.4. So this USB deck is mainly for me to output the audio to 4.4. And this earphone, yeah, if you're a nerd, then you can recognize this. This is a Acoustune HS2000. Okay, it is only a Mark 1. Okay, it's the first generation, and now the newest one is already third generation. But I didn't buy any of the new one first again because it's so damn expensive. This the first generation cost maybe $1,500 when it was launched, but I bought it second hand. Okay, I didn't say that, but actually, wait, oh my god, I'm moving something else already. Again, yeah, the 4080 in your PC, I also bought it second hand. It is around maybe 900. Yeah, around 900. So the MSRP for 4080 was 1200. So I got it for 900, nice discount. And for this earphone, I think I got it for 1000. Again, yeah, the original price is 1.5k, and I got it from 1k, so it is already that one third of a discount, right? Not very nice, but still it's so expensive. But unfortunately, this earphone that I'm using right now too is kind of broken, and yeah, it's so unfortunate. It's so expensive. So honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed, but because the symptom is that one side of the earphone is always having some like weird disconnecting issue. So sometimes the audio will just drop out. And after I tune the angle tune the angle of the connector, then the audio will just come back. So I guess it is some bad contact to the connector. Okay. So yeah, we actually enlarge the picture a little bit so that you can see it better. Tap the earphone. So you can see that at the point at here, okay, the cable is connecting to the earphone itself, right? And there's a connector in between. So every time when it's only happening to my right ear, okay, every time when my right ear drop low, then all that I have to do is to wiggle these parts, and then somehow at some point this will reconnect. So I really think that it's just a bad contact in the connector side, and now I'm planning to send it back to have a fix. I hope that it's not expensive. Yeah, it's just a connector. I actually asked about the distributor, and they said that maybe for $150, which is yeah, it's still a lot, but compared to the price of the whole earphone, maybe it's nothing. It's like one tenth of the price of the full earphone. So I guess I'll give it a pass. So yeah, this is the earphone that I use. I really like it. This is the sound quality is so good. It's so good here. You can really hear everything with this thing here. So it worth the price. It really well worth the price, I'll say. I did not regret it at all. So yeah, if you have the money and if you are looking for the best audio, Acoustune. When can I get the sponsor? Yeah, where's my paycheck? Hey. Yeah, really, I suggest it wholeheartedly. Really, this is really the best. And for the controller, is just a cheap one, which I'm so sorry, I forgot about the model name. Yes, I know that it is already the tradition of the channel, right? You guys all know that I have really bad memory. I cannot remember the naming of any kind, including the boss name. Yeah, including the naming of the location in the game. Yeah, I forgot it all the time. So yeah, it also makes sense that I forgot some of the model name of the controller. It's like, okay, I only remember that the brand is like Guru Kids. That's so strange. But somehow I remember that. But for the actual model, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Yeah. But the good thing about this controller is that it can use with both my PC and also my Switch. So yeah, see, I only have one controller in my entire setup because I can use it when I'm playing Switch game, also I can use the same controller when I'm playing a PC game. So it's very convenient. But at first, this controller somehow suffered some like also dropping out issue, I guess. I don't know if you guys remember, at that time I was playing Elden Ring. Yeah, a very intense game, right? It is arguably the most intense video game out there. And during a boss fight, the controller just randomly dropped out. I don't know why. But, like, yeah, I didn't do anything to fix it, honestly. Just at some point, suddenly, without any update, without any change to any of the setup or something, the controller fixed itself. It no longer dropped out. I have no idea why. I really have no idea. So again, so yeah, for this reason, I cannot say that I recommend it because it has some very bad behavior to me at some point and just fixed by itself. I don't know what's the cause of that. Is it really fixed or is it just for me? I'm really not sure. But yeah, otherwise it's very convenient and also it's kind of cheap too. So yeah, I'll give it a pass. But you can see that, oh my god. Well, it's so clear suddenly. You can see there's so many marks on the controller. It shows that I'm so sweaty when I'm playing video game. Also, you can see that I'm sure that okay, wait. I'm sure that you can also see it from a mouse, right? It's not that apparent. Yeah, the mark on the mouse is not that apparent. Yeah, but on the controller, oh my god, you can clearly see all the sweat on the controller, but not so on the mouse. How come? How come? I'm sure that when I'm using mouse to play game, I'm so much more sweaty. Maybe the finish on the controller is not that good. I don't know. I really don't know. But you can see that on the mouse, there used to be some printing on that. Okay, it is a Logitech Superlight. So there used to be a logo, like the G logo, the Logitech logo here. But because my sweat is just, I don't know, maybe corrosive. It just, yeah, it really washed away the entire Logitech logo. I don't know why. I've never seen anyone with a clean Superlight like this. And not only that, there's another printing on the side of the mouse. It just writes Superlight. And now it become light. It become I'm so sorry. It become E-light. Yeah. I washed away like it is SUPR, right? I washed away SUP and R. So now it become E-light. It's how crazy my hand my hand sweating situation is. I know that I've severe hand sweating issue seeing as I'm small and it is causing me so many trouble. You can see, wait, yeah, you can see it here. I'm using a plastic cover to my keyboard because my keyboard just die all the time, really all the time. My sweat is getting into the PCB and at the end it just corrodes something. But my keyboard, if I'm not using this cover, I'm sure that this keyboard will die in 1 year. Yeah, really. And I once have 2 keyboards of the same model die to me with the same symptom. It's that same symptom. No, for gamers, you're always using WASD, right? So those keyboards were like, if you press one of the button in this row, then the entire row will be activated. And at that time, it's so funny. At that time, that keyboard was an RGB one, so it light up every time. It light up every time when I type in. Okay, only the key switch that I type will be light up. And somehow, let's say if I press A, then the entire row will be light up. It's so funny. So yeah, 2 keyboards in a row just die on me with the same symptom in 1 year. The timing was also very matched. So at that time, I already know that, okay, my sweat is really killing the keyboard. So at that time onward, I already, I just buy a cover to cover that. And none of the keyboard die anymore. So I'm really sure that my sweat is cooling the keyboard. Yeah, there's no way around it. It's on me. So, oh my god, wait. Now when I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, wait, the cover is already so yellowish. Is it really? Maybe maybe I should consider swapping to another plastic cover. I used to have some plastic cover in my disposal. I always have some in my, as a backup so that I can swap it all the time, at any time when I want, or like when it's broken, or maybe see it when it's so dirty and I don't even want to bother to clean it, then I can just swap to another one. But then I no longer keep it. Yeah, at least I cannot see one for now. Anyway, yeah, so dirty. See? See, I really did not clean any of the setup. Yup, I'm just giving you whatever that I'm seeing right now. So yeah, this is a keyboard that I use. It is a Win Studio. It's a 98, I believe. And yes, I built this. Wait, I didn't. But I introduced this live on stream at some point. Maybe around like also 2 years ago. I forgot. Yeah. So it's a tactile keyboard, and the switch I forgot the name. Like it is like ice cream something, but anyway, it is a strong tactile keyboard, and it is loud, but it also feels so good. Okay, it's the first keyboard that I built, and it was so rough. I just built my second keyboard not that long ago, and it was also so rough. I'm not having a good time in building keyboard, guys. I'm facing all sorts of very strange obstacles. But honestly, okay, not only for the keyboard, but it's also from my PC too. I'm always having, my PC is also DIY, right? I also build my own PC, and somehow I'm always faced with some very, very obscure issue that I guess nobody else actually face. Or maybe it's just so rare that nobody talk it online, because usually when you see some problem, then you just Google it online, right? Why is it causing this? How can I fix this? And usually I cannot find any of the results, even on Reddit. usually on Reddit you can find a solution. Maybe you need to do some digging, because some of them are just bullshit. But anyway, if you do enough of the research, then you can find a solution at the end. But on Reddit, it's like nobody at all is discussing about the problem that I have. Like, what the hell? Am I in a parallel universe? Am I building computer just like everyone else? But you know what? I'm just smart enough. Yup. I solved all the problem by myself at the end. So yeah, see, my PC is still up and running, no problem. My current PC right now is behaving so well. It is, oh my god, okay, it's not showing this picture. Yeah, this guy right here. It is so far my most successful PC build ever. So there's not any strange behavior to that. But all the PC before this, all the PC before this, they usually have some kind of weird behavior that I can get around with, or I can just live with that. So I chose to ignore some of the behavior. But for this PC, it is basically not doing anything strange to me. So before this, wait, let me drink again. Wait, now I think about it, maybe my last PC was also kind of fine. I do not really recall anything bad about it. Is it? I remember that for my last PC, there was something that I can never use. But now I cannot remember what that is. But for my last PC that I built, the internet it will always randomly drop out. So yeah, it was really bad. And I just deal with it for 2 years straight. It's crazy. I don't know how can I live with that computer. The internet just randomly drop out. So yeah. And also for this one, for this PC, the trouble, it was only given to me when I built the computer. Okay, it's only during the process, and also like right after that, when I fired this thing up, there's no picture out. And you know what? Because oh my god, it is so complicated. No, there's a integrated GPU in the CPU, right? And also there's a dedicated GPU. And usually what you'll be doing is to plug your monitor to the GPU, right? But somehow, even if I plug the GPU, I plug the monitor to my GPU, it still output the signal with my CPU. At first, how? Like why? Why are you doing that? Usually it is so much smarter than this. So yeah, no one else on the internet is having the same issue as me. So at the time, I spent a long time to debug, and at the end, I will have to remove the graphics card and use the integrated graphics first, and then to do some setting in the BIOS so that it will recognize my dedicated GPU, and then I'll have to reinstall that and use the GPU to re-enable that function in the BIOS. Like, guys, I'm impressed by the fact that I can fix the computer. I'm really impressed by that. How can I come up with this idea, right? Like to disable something. Wait, no. To remove something first. Okay, remove the GPU first, and then disable something, and then reinstall the GPU, and then we enabled it, and everything works. Holy! I'm impressed, guys. Whatever. So yeah, I'm not having a good time in building like PC, keyboard. Like yeah, last time the keyboard was like, how can I describe the issue? Because actually no one know what exactly happened. Okay, last time basically after I built the keyboard, the keycap are scratching the casing of the keyboard. And because I'm really not an expert in keyboard, so I just give it to one of my friend to fix it. I believe that yeah, he's more professional than me. And he built so much more keyboard than me. Okay, I only built 2 keyboards so far, but I believe that he built maybe 5 to 6 keyboard, which is maybe not a lot, but still, yeah, he's more professional than me. Also, he did so much more research than me. So I gave it to him, and he was like, oh yeah, I researched for keyboard, and then I just deassemble it and then assemble it again, and it works. And I was like, huh? Huh? All that you have to do is to rebuild it, so nothing is wrong, huh? And he was like, maybe you just misaligned something in the process, you see it. And I was like, at least, okay, in my mind, I'm already trying to make sure that everything is aligned. And the fact that I can screw in everything, like, yeah, if you are not aligning everything, then the screw hole also does not align. And you cannot screw in anything, right? But I can screw in stuff. Yeah, that's the main point. I can screw that in. Then how is it not aligned? If it is not aligned, even if I screw in, then yeah, maybe the screw hole itself is already offset, right? But somehow, if it is on his hand, everything works. But everything don't work on my hand. How? Yeah, like honestly, I'm confused. I'm really confused. But like, yeah, I don't know. 八字唔夾咯。Whatever. Still, like, I don't know why. Even though I don't know, like myself as a person is not compatible with anything electronic related, but still, like I'm in this world. It's my day job now, actually. Maybe I chose the wrong job. I don't know. And did I miss anything in the setup? I think, yeah, basically I went for everything already. So yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, wait. I talk about it already. I talk about the change, my behavior already, which is usually I would go for like the second best option. Yeah. So I'm not going for the best option. So even for it's not in this picture. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, you can see that there's a nice Walkman here. This is also the second best option. So yeah, if you it is a quick, I don't know, purchasing tips is that never go for the Halo tier product. Usually it is charging for a premium for no good reason. It is only charging you that the extra charge because it is the best. Okay, that's the sole reason why it's worth so much money. Is because it is the best. That's it. But the best itself actually do not worth any money in my mind. Okay, so usually I will just skip the Halo product and go for the second best one, which is this Walkman. Oh yeah, by the way, this Walkman is also second hand. So yeah, it's like the second trend for me is I really like buying second hand stuff because otherwise it is going to landfill. Yeah, first, and also second, it is just cheaper. So I can save some money, but I can get the same experience, right? So why pay the full price? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I guess basically that's all for the setup. I really don't know that if it is really standard because I'm only looking at the video of some people who are really dedicated to make their setup to be extremely uniform. You can see that my setup doesn't look all that great. The color theme is this one. You can barely see any theme at all, right? You can barely see any theme at all. Basically, it's just like, this I need it. Yup, it seems to be good for me. Okay, it's useful. That I just buy it. It is not like it's not White's theme. It's not, I don't know. It's not my theme either. Yeah, it's just a mess. Yeah, let's just be honest. It's a mess. But I'm trying to make everything to be white for now. Yeah, like the Stream Deck and also the mixer, the mouse mat, they're all in white. But yeah, there's nothing that I can do about the desk mat. It's Mechamin theme, so you have to be in red color. And what else? Also, yeah, for the computer, now I just built it last year, I think, at the beginning of last year. And at that time, I also planned to make the computer to be in white theme, but white, the parts in white are usually more expensive than the part in black, and also it is so hard for me to align the white color. It is always off. Even if you look at this picture, right? This Stream Deck and also the mousepad, the mixer, they are all looking to be a white in color, but they are actually slightly off. Yeah, the Stream Deck is the most yellowish, and then the mixer is also a little bit yellowish, but the glass pad is so white. Yeah, it is almost in perfect white. So it is a problem with trying to have a white theme. I don't know why can people have such a pleasant looking white theme setup, but I really cannot do that. Maybe they tune the color of the video. I'm not sure about that. But just looking at the video, their white theme setup always looks so nice. Oh yes, but okay. I think I get the point. They usually have the RGB on. I guess that's a trick. They can just use the RGB to cover the color difference of the color difference of the white setup, so that everything will be like about the RGB lights. Oh wow. I guess I discovered something. Okay, now I hate RGB, so maybe my setup is not my thing. Okay. So yeah, I already look at their setup, and so that's why usually I was saying that my setup is not that like pleasant looking, but anyway, it works. So yeah, it works for me. I almost have everything that I need, right? Also, I almost have everything that I want, other than maybe a better microphone I talked about earlier. But this one also kind of served me well enough for now, so I don't feel like upgrading it that soon. But it is also partly because that I don't know what microphone suits me. Yeah, it'd be nice if there's a place for me to try out different microphone before I actually make a purchase decision to put a checker. Because the microphone that I'm looking at are really expensive right now. Yeah, so I don't want to make the wrong choice. And microphone is so hard to resell. It's so hard to sell secondhand, because not that many people are looking for a secondhand microphone. Not that many people are in the microphone market. So yeah, even if let's say if I buy the wrong mouse or the wrong keyboard that I don't like, then I can just always resell it online, and I can always guarantee that somebody will buy it with the right price. But with a wrong microphone, can we resell it? I don't think that many people are really looking for a second-hand microphone. So yeah, I'm so worried that I'll make the wrong purchase decision. That's why I'm holding it. Yeah, I'm holding on to it. But this microphone, okay? Oh my god, I'm saying something bad about that again. It's so fun. I'm saying something bad about my microphone through my microphone right now, which is yeah. Not only that, I think the tuning is not quite in my favor, but also I think that the sensitivity range of the microphone is also kind of strange for me. So sometimes you will hear that I'm speaking louder, and then sometimes it is softer, right? It is partly because of my sitting posture. Yeah, so sometimes I'm leaning forward, and sometimes I'm a little bit laid back, and the difference is not that big. Maybe within 10 cm, okay? After all. And the microphone is already picking up the difference. It is maybe too sensitive, I guess. So if I'm leaning forward by 10 cm, then it will suddenly be so loud. But if I just lay back by a little bit, then it will be so soft. I'm already having a condenser. It's a condenser. A compressor, I mean. A compressor. I'm already having it on. So it is supposed to make the dynamic range of my audio to be like narrower, so that even if I'm getting softer, like more away from the microphone, it should be bringing the audio up by a little bit already. Yeah, it should be boosting that. But even with the compressor, it's not helping that much. So again, maybe it is just me being an idiot and don't know how to properly use my equipment. But yeah, also one more thing, okay? You can see that the microphone is a little bit on the the left side, right? And it happens that my my second monitor is also on my left side, right? So if I'm looking at my main monitor, then I'm not speaking directly to the microphone. But by that way, it is sounding better somehow. That's why you can see that I'm putting it on my sideway. It is for good reason. It is somehow that if I'm not speaking directly to the microphone, it sounds better. But sometimes I'll look at my second monitor, right? So I'll turn to my left, and somehow at that point, I'll be speaking directly to the microphone. And you know what? Not only that, it will not sound as good, but also I will sound so much louder. So tuning this microphone has been a major challenge for me. No joke, it's really challenging for me. So yeah, at least for now, I guess I don't sound all that bad, right? I hope so. I really hope so. Oh yeah, also part of the problem is that you can see on the mixer that there's some slider there, right? Wait, I'm here. I guess I need to swap to another picture again. Yeah, you can see that there's some slider there. Holy, you can see some hair. Yeah, I can see some slider there. And my cup is here, right? So every time, not every time, but like, yeah, sometimes I'm putting the cup to the position, then I will just hit the slider and slide it. So yeah, sometimes when you hear the audio is a little bit different, then maybe the reason is that I accidentally hit the slider at some point without noticing that, and it is messing up with the audio. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm already trying my best to tune the audio so that no matter what distance that I'm with the I'm between me and the microphone, it will sound good. But it's just too hard. I don't know if it is really my problem, it's the microphone problem. I don't know if switching the microphone can solve the problem, but yeah, if I have the chance, I really want to try. Also, this microphone is a dynamic, right? It's a dynamic microphone. So the one that I want to try is maybe some condenser one, but those microphones are usually recommended for a well-treated studio setup, because it will pick up so many more ambient noise. So if you have some, let's say like computer fan or like your keyboard noise, they said that the condenser microphone will pick up all of that, or maybe the AC noise humbling. But for me, like at least for when I'm listening to the demo that they are giving to me, I'm like, is it really picking up that much more, right? But usually I can see that, I can hear that the condenser microphone sounds so much more natural. But dynamic microphone is like, they are not sounding bad, but it sounds to me like they are being processed before. Like they have some pre-process, so it is not as natural sounding as I want it to be. Though honestly, if I really want to just tune the sound signature, then I can just tune the EQ. But now my concern is partly about the sensitivity, right? So I'm not sure about if switching to a condenser microphone can fix the problem. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, again, recap the problem is that if I don't want the audio level to be that big of a difference between me leaning forward by 10 cm or laying back. Okay, it's one of the problems that I realized. And also the second one is that I want to just sound good when I'm speaking directly to the microphone. Now I have to intentionally face away from the microphone in order for me to sound good. But by that, again, because of the setup, maybe I have to think about how can I refine my setup so that I won't accidentally speak directly to the microphone when I'm looking at the second monitor. But yeah, I don't know. if you guys have any idea by looking at this this picture, wait a second, then do let me know. Yeah, how can I refine it from here? So yep. What else? Oh yeah, I forgot about the Apex thingy. Yeah, the Apex thingy. I really want to talk about that. But maybe, something else first. Maybe I should also talk a little bit about, what happened last year and also what's going to happen next year, right? Because it is still an anniversary stream, so a recap is very important, isn't it? And also like a prediction to next year. So last year is like, no, okay. I think first I have to recap the goal of this channel. Okay, so first it is actually to improve my English. Okay, so I say it multiple times already. I think every one of you noticed that I'm not a native speaker. I'm from Hong Kong. Yeah, I make it public already at some point. And my native language is Cantonese, and I don't really have much of a chance to speak English in my daily life. And at some point, actually, I used to have a chance to move to one of the English-speaking country. So maybe for a short period of time, but yeah, at that point, I was like, my English is still very terrible. So I want to have a medium or some way for me to keep on practicing my English. So I came up with this idea to stream in English, which honestly at this point it's already the reason is already gone, because the chance of moving to another country is already gone. But still, English is a language that is widely used in the world, so I still want to be more fluent in it, so that I'm sure that it will be useful, right? So there's no reason for me to stop doing that, to stop practicing my English. So that's why I keep on streaming here even after 3 years. Usually I give up already, but now I'm still here because I want to practice my English. But to be absolutely honest, I don't really think that my language ability itself improved. So maybe the expectation is just wrong, because my expectation should be like, it is not decaying, at least. Maybe you can go compare the stream of 1 year ago to now, to my current stream, to this stream, then you will hear that the English is still about the same level, I guess. But at the same time, at least I'm not getting more stuttering or shit like that. And about the stuttering, I noticed that there are a lot of stuttering in my stream, but I can tell you that it is not because of a language problem. So I also stutter a lot even if I'm speaking in my native language, which is kind of because of one of the trauma that happened in the past, and it just make me to not speak as fluently in any language. So and it happened in around 5 years ago. So it was really in the worst time. I can say that it is really in the worst time. I used to speak so much more fluently and also so much more smoothly, but that trauma made me to always, I don't know how, it just made me to always reflect on myself. Is it really proper for me to say this in this way? Is it really proper for me to say this at all? No. So I'm always reviewing and also filtering the thing that I'm going to say. That's why it takes me some time to process, right? For everything that I say, I speak, I have to review it before I actually say that. So that's why you can see that I have some stuttering in between my speech. It is not only because of the language problem. Okay, the language problem definitely contribute to part of it. Okay, I cannot say that it is not playing a role at all, but the other part of it is because of some other problem. And so part of the reason why I want to open this channel at the beginning is also I want to have some mean for me to keep on saying something or practice speaking in the public, so that I won't be affected by the trauma by all that much. But now I can conclude that it's a failure. Maybe I have to find some other way to overcome that. I don't know, but also it is I say that it is happening in the worst time, because it was basically right at the COVID timing, where you don't have to speak to anyone. Honestly, I can just stay at home the whole day and not speak to anyone. I can still survive in that day. I can still work, study, no problem. I don't really have to do all that much of a Zoom call. Even if I'm on a lecture, right? I can just sit there. I can just sit there, not engage at all, not say anything. It's still fine. So it's just really unfortunate that it happened at that time. Maybe at that time it is the it'll be best for me to actually speak to more people so that I know that I do not have to always censor myself. But now maybe it's a little bit too late. So yeah, I'll find some other way to improve on that. But yeah, for the certain problem, just to let you know that it's not exactly a language problem. But for the language part, yeah, the grammar is always off. Even though I know that, even for a native speaker, the grammar is always off too. But yeah, maybe just my expectation is that I can improve my my grammar by speaking more. But it seems that it's not like this. It seems that it's not like this. Yeah, by speaking more, it only makes me to be more comfortable, also more confident in speaking the language, which is already I'll say it is a benefit. Yeah, it's definitely a benefit, but it is not benefiting my ability in the way that I'm expecting it to be. Yeah, for that I would know so much more vocabulary, and also I would use the grammar like more fluently, more accurately, but not really. For the grammar part, it is really hard. I'll say it's really hard because the grammar it's kind of in like, I don't know how to explain it. You do that subconsciously, right? So it is really hard for you to change something in your subconsciousness. So yeah, okay, if there's any language teacher, then yeah, do please give me tips on how can I change something which is deep inside my subconsciousness. But for the vocab part, again, it is not about like how I use it, because yes, it's kind of similar to grammar. I know so many grammar, like, right? I think I know all of the structure of the grammar, I guess, but it is about how can I apply that. So for the vocabulary, it is also like that. For so many words, I actually know them. Yeah, it is in my memory already. But the problem is that when I need to use it, when it is the right time to use that word, it just do not show up in my memory suddenly. Yeah, my brain become blank, completely blank when I need the word. But then, again, because I refill my thought every time. So I was like, wait, why the hell did I not remember that this is a word? This is the word that I need. I didn't even look at look it up in the dictionary or something. I was like, wait, am I stupid? So yeah, I don't know how can I improve on that already. Maybe I'm already at a bottleneck where I don't know how to get it through. But yeah, it's sometimes really hard to improve when you already know that what you did wrong already. But at the same time, you know how to improve on that, but you just do not do the right thing when you have to do it. Yeah, it's not only about language too. It is just universally, and even if playing games, okay? Even if I'm just playing a video game and I'm playing Apex, I say, okay? Sometimes I'll know that, wait, am I stupid? I'm making the same mistake over and over again. But then it seems like I never learn. But it is because of my subconsciousness. Is that I will try to, not try, but like I will actually try to, I actually solve the problem with a certain fixed way. But it is not the right way. So if I want to change my behavior, then I'll have to constantly reminding myself, wait, this is not right, this is not right, you have to do it this way. But if I'm trying to remind myself continuously, then it means that it will distract me. So it will cause some other problem because I'm not focused in actually doing the thing. So yeah, I'm doing one right thing maybe at the end, but anything else will be wrong. If that makes sense to you. Oh my god, guys, life is hard. Life is so hard. Okay, enough of a English discussion. Like, yeah, but still, it's already improved a lot about the regarding the confidence level. I'm sure that if I'm not having this channel, then I'll not be as comfortable with speaking English as I am right now. Just today, because I went out and somebody suddenly come to me and ask me about like what is the signage about in English, and honestly at the time I was shocked. Yeah, and then I was like, do I look like somebody I know English? Yeah, because I just look like any other Chinese. Yeah, I just look like anyone else in the area, but somehow that I think he is from Southeast Asia. Yeah, but anyway, he asked something about the signage in English, and yeah, why out of all of the people that you see in front of you, you pick me? And the funniest thing is that at that time I was talking to my friend in Cantonese. And he just decided to choose me to consult about the signage. Actually not the signage, but more like the menu. Yeah, the menu of a shop, of a restaurant. And I was like, yeah, this character means milk, okay? Because he's, I don't know, like he was very dedicated about what is milk. Yeah, which of them contains milk. So maybe he's allergic, or like his religion does not allow him to drink milk or something. But anyway, I just taught him, okay, this character is milk, so look for this character. Yeah, recognize this character, then avoid them. And they're like, oh, so is this fruit? And they're like, yeah, this is fruit. But the problem is that, guys, at that menu there is literally English translation for the menu. It is right under the Chinese. So I don't know why is he still asking or confused. Like, yeah, what do he want to know? He can literally see all the information that he needs on the menu. But I know that the font of the English is smaller, but you can still see that, right? Are you short-sighted or something? Then wear a glass. Come on. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, this is pineapple. There's no milk here, and this is I don't remember what else. And then, oh, this is a big cup. Yeah, big cup of pineapple. Yeah, I'm sure that if I did not have this channel, then the very first moment that I hear somebody is asking something about a menu in English, then I will already go away. Yeah, I will not respond to him anymore. I'll pretend that I don't know the language. 我唔識聽唔識講啊。你講緊乜嘢啊？我聽唔明喎。Yeah, that works every time. Yeah, this is a international language that everyone understands. Okay, it just means that I don't know how to speak, and also I don't understand you. And yeah, by saying that in any language, then people understand that you have no idea what they are talking about. Yeah, literally in any language, learn that. Okay, learn that. In your language, okay, in your language is still okay. Your native language, okay. Just say that I have no idea what you're talking about. Excuse me, sir. So yeah, I guess maybe it's already a great improvement for me. And also last year, yeah, look at my stream history. It is almost filled with Elden Ring, Dark Souls. So yeah, by finishing Elden Ring and also Dark Souls, I guess now I can already call myself a gamer, right? Because some of the people in Souls community are always arguing that if you are not playing Souls game, that means that you are not gamer. Yeah, the toxic side of the community. And yeah, now I can call that I'm a gamer, and in fact I'm getting maybe very good at it, right? Because I can see that I'm kind of like just speedrunning in Dark Souls, and the other day I'm trying to, actually just yesterday, because one of my friends just started Dark Souls 3, and he was having a big trouble in the first boss, I mean Gundyr. And so I was like, I just got in, start a new save and stream to him with nothing. I forgot the class, but you know, with just a stick, and also a very like flimsy wooden shield. Yeah, that class. The rest class basically, and I beat Gandia in first try. Yeah, in front of him, and it's like, okay, you are something else. But you know what? I only started playing Souls game in maybe 1.5 years ago. So yeah, now I can call myself as a gamer. And also, yeah, the other day, you know, I have another save in Elden Ring, right? I have a major save, and at the end of the DLC, I was like, it's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard to beat everything with magic because the boss are just too fast, and I just swapped to a parry build at the end because, you know, if I play mage, then that is also very important for you to make your casting speed to be faster, I believe. Yeah. So I also level up a little bit of that, so it kind of aligned with the attribute that you need for a parry build. Also that's right, because of the light weapon. So yeah, at the end, I actually parried Radahn, console Radahn. I thought that is, yeah, I think that is really impressive. Maybe I should show you guys at some point. Yeah, how can I parry Radahn? And yeah, also for Dark Souls. No, I didn't look at any video or like stream or like guide when I'm playing the game. But after that, I try to look at some other people to play it and see like yeah, what are the reaction to the same thing of other people. Also how the other people to explore the map, what the sequence, that sort of stuff. But I found there's something that I miss. It's the entire boss. Yeah, and they call it the best dragon fight of Souls game. I miss that. And the funniest part is that I was so close to finding it. I know that like the dragon in the DLC was still alive. Yeah, I knew it. Because it was just falling to the pit. Yeah, it's falling to the pit after the first encounter. So I was already confused. Is it still alive or is it dead? Right? I asked it. And the entrance of the actual boss arena is covered by a illusional wall. And that illusional wall is hidden in some very like hidden space too. But the thing is, I was already in front of the illusional wall. I was there. If you check the fort, I was really there. And I even rolled in front of, like in the same room. I rolled in front of the door. I mean in front of the wall. But I just rolled at the wrong side of the wall. That's insane. I was so close to discover the dragon in Dark Souls 3. Very close. If I just roll like 2 cm away, then that illusional wall will be discovered by me. So yeah, I thought about to open a special Dark Souls stream just to fight that dragon, but then yeah, maybe it's not a good idea, so I just give it up. Yeah, I give up. No way. when I look at my stream, yeah, because after I look at some other people discovering the dragon, I was like, wait, that room, the entrance is in that room. I remember that I've been to there, but how can I not discover the illusional wall? I also remember that I rolled to the wall, and then I checked back my fort. I was like, what are you doing, Niseki? I was not being careful enough. Yeah, if I'm being careful enough and really roll in front of every single wall in the room, then I can discover that. I'm so sorry. I'm sure that like if some of you are looking at me in that stream, then you guys must be so pissed. I was really close to that wall. But yeah, there's really nothing that I can do about it. So yeah. It's so sad. How can I not discover that? Anyway, maybe I'll just beat the off stream then. I still haven't beat it. Yeah, I should really beat it. Because I'm a completionist, so I chase for 100% the game. there's no way that I can leave a major boss untouched in a game like that. So yeah, maybe one day I'll do that by myself. As for next year, I guess I'm not going to play Souls game. Maybe yeah. So last year is almost a Souls game year, but for next year, yeah, part of the reason is that I basically just finished off the better Souls game that I can play. I don't have a PS, so on PC, yeah, like Elden Ring and like Dark Souls 3, and maybe Dark Souls 1. I'm thinking about it. Okay, Dark Souls Remaster. I'm thinking about it. But for Sekiro, I also finished it already. Maybe I can do a second playthrough. I'm not sure, but yeah, because now I've some other game to play, right? I'm sure that I will just finish Zelda first. I'm now playing it, and the next game that I planned to play originally was Hollow Knight. Yeah, but Silksong suddenly got announced. It really caught me off guard because it was delayed so many times already, right? It was said that like 2020 at first, is it? And then okay, fine, the pandemic happens, everything got messed up, fine, but it is now 2025, and it finally got announced. And you know what? It is released 2 weeks after the actual announcement. I know that it's coming this year because in the Nintendo Direct, is it, for the Switch 2, it was clearly say that Silksong will be coming in 2025. But I always thought that it would be around the holiday season, like in maybe November or December. So I did not expect that it is this soon. So my plan was to finish Zelda and then to finish Hollow Knight, and it'll be about time for Silksong to come out. Then I'll play Silksong. Yeah, that was my original plan. But now because Silksong is so like early on, so probably I think I will just play Hollow Knight off stream before playing Silksong. And I'll play Silksong on stream after I finished Zelda. Okay, so that's the plan for now. As for the next game, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to play. But I heard that there's a FromSoft game coming to the Switch, and it's even exclusive to the Switch too. So yeah, maybe I'll also play that, but not so sure at this point because I can see that it just seems like it is also a co-op focused game. So maybe it would be similar to Elden Ring Light Rain. I'm not sure about that. If it is really a co-op focused game, then maybe I have to skip it because I have no friends here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And also I'm thinking about to do a little bit more Apex stream, like again, because again, like it should be the tradition of the channel, right? It should be one of the main focus of the channel is to play like some Apex, like at least 30 to 40% of Apex, and then like plus anything else. Yeah, that was my plan before, but last year I was addicted to Souls games, so and also Apex was so shit. Last year is I would say I would really argue that last year is the worst year of Apex. It is really the worst year. Some of the meta in some of the season was so terrible, especially the support meta. It was so bad. It's so bad. It makes the pacing to be extremely slow, and people can recover from the mistake almost for free, right? If you knock somebody, like just Lifeline, Newcastle, they can reset the entire situation in 10 seconds. It's almost like nothing. So yeah, I'm so glad that it only appeared in one season. It's so terrible. It's really so terrible. And I can see that they are trying to shake things up by making the time to kill to be so much shorter. So now, yeah, I think I can say that. But yeah, my biggest complaint to Apex was always the time to kill. I know that it is one of the selling point of the game, but the time to kill always pissed me off, not going to lie. the movement is already very fast, and they're making the time to kill to be extremely slow. So it is a mismatch. Come on. Yeah, it is very hard to kill somebody, and it will make the match to be the fight to be extremely long for no good reason, because you are trying to stay alive, you're not trying to not get knocked, and yeah, you know, yeah, I guess you know what I mean, right? The pacing is a little bit off. So by making the fight to be faster, the time to kill to be lower, that means the fight should be much more snappier, and it is part of the reason why third partying is such a big problem in Apex, is because really people just fight for way too long, and it's for good reason, right? It's not because they are not they're being stupid, they are not pushing. It's because they really cannot push. So yeah, unless you have some of the legend ability for you to transfer from one place to another place almost safely, then maybe you can push. But yeah, all the fights are so long. That's why it is really easy, like, for you to get third party. That's why the pacing of Apex is actually not in my liking, not going to lie. And now they finally made the time to kill to be faster. So honestly, after that season, I'm already liking Apex so much more. Yep. But I know that season is also very controversial, because somebody did not like that. But I can get it, because it is easier to get killed, and you'll get punished for your mistake so much heavier. But yeah, I would say for the pace of the game, really, this is better. It is healthier, I would say. So I think that the game dev in Apex are finally recognizing some of the imbalance in the game. And I'm not talking about the weapon balancing or like legend balancing. They can be perfectly balanced, but no, something can be still off or mismatch. So it is about the movement, and also like the mismatch about the movement, and also the time to kill. And now they are finally trying to like balancing that. I really appreciate that, like, finally. So of course, like, some of the ability is still broken. Yeah, like it's a spiral. Yeah, the ultimate of spiral. Remove that. Just yeah, it's broken. It's obviously broken. Remove that. And now they are trying to make Bangalore to be the counter to all this. Yeah, maybe it is a okay-ish idea. I cannot say that it's a bad idea, that to make something, to have something to counter something else, but it will make things to be so random, right? So maybe you just happens to not have the counter in that game, then you are screwed. But at the same time, if you like deliberately choose the counter, then maybe you will not see the legend that you want to counter in the entire game. Then you're just wasting the ability, right? But of course, Bangalore is still useful, even if it is not countering like Costed or like a Spiral or something. It's still strong. But yeah, anyway, you get the point. And yeah, so now the matter is, can see shit matter? It's a smoke matter, and it is still not as annoying as the support matter. It was really the worst one. It was 100%. Support matter was the worst. Full stop. Period. So I'm glad that it is gone forever, not coming back. But now it is. The Caustic was surprisingly not as strong as we all thought, because I guess it is partly because of the the range of smoke of the gas, maybe, but still, like, sometimes it's very situational. If it is in E district, then of course it is very strong, but in any other map, especially in Stormporn, I think that it's not defiable at all. Yeah, it's surprising to me. But there will be like the best legend that everyone will try to pick, but not really. Yeah, I try to play some Apex lately, and I don't see that many people are trying to pick Caustic for me. Yeah, I try to pick Caustic in every single game because I kind of like him, okay? But yeah, not that many people are trying to take Caustic for me. So it was really surprising. Most people are still going for Ashe. So yeah, Ashe is... yeah, other one, it is kind of broken too. So maybe they still have... they still need to put some effort into balancing the the legends, but at least I'll say for the core gameplay mechanic, they are trying to do the things right finally, but not so much for the dropship, the dropship changes in rank. I'm really not a fan for them to to assign a drop place for you. It means that there's one more random variable that I cannot control. I cannot control where to land, and some of the landing spots are so bad. It's the middle of nowhere. It's really middle of nowhere. I know that they are trying to make the drop to be less contested, but it's just not the solution. It's really not the solution. Where I'm landing in middle of nowhere, then yeah, like how can I play? How can I play the game? Honestly, I would rather just die. I would rather just die at the very beginning and go to the next game. But what they are saying, what they're trying to do is to eliminate the random, the random variable in the game, as it is what the game devs is trying to say in the I think interview or something. Now I heard that multiple times that they are trying to make the game to be less random, but by implementing this feature, like the dropship feature, it's just making the game to be so much more random. So yeah, they're contradicting with themselves. I don't know if they notice that. I really don't know if they notice that. I hope that they know. Hey, we've had the change. I really miss the dropship changes. Okay, the OG, dropship. I think that they should bring that back. No joke. But maybe the chance is low. I'm not sure. I can see that their attitude is to keep this. I don't know why. And some people are a fan of it somehow. I don't know. I don't want to call them silver, but they are. Yeah, some of them are looking at the distribution of the rank, and they're arguing that this season is so healthy because it is the distribution in a bell shape. Okay, it's a Gaussian distribution. You see? So I understand that. Okay, maybe it is what you want to achieve. Yes, but making the dropship to behave like this is not the solution. Also, I don't think that it is contributing that much to the healthy distribution. I'm sure that the healthy distribution mostly is caused by the RP. Okay, like the RP changes by less point reward by a kill, also like a higher entry cost, something like that. I'm sure that it is because of the RP changes instead of the dropship thingy. Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, it's for me. If I'm EA, if I'm Respawn, then I'll reflect the dropship changes and keep the RP changes. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm not the game dev, so yeah, that's something I can do. I hope that they do the right thing. Okay. Now after the time to kill changes, I'm liking the game more. But before that, even though I play a lot back then, I'm really not a big fan of that. So yeah, next year, I hope that Apex is getting better so that I can play more. For now, yeah, I think I'll play, because I can see that Zelda is a long game. So I want to dedicate most of my streaming time for Zelda for now. At least like maybe one Zelda stream and then one other stream. You can see that, like, yeah, I'm trying to do that now. So also, yeah, for Battlefield, I'm thinking about it because after I played the beta, I kind of like it. Yeah, because it is reminding me a lot of the older Battlefield. So, but I guess I'm not going to buy it right at launch. I'm not so sure about that. They say that they are going to love the movement, but I don't know to what extent. I guess that's the main point. I don't think the movement in Battlefield 6 is that bad. Like, I don't think there's a problem at all. But the biggest problem is that I don't know why the player, the model are always stuttering or like flickering. They're going back and forth all the time. So it is very hard for me to land a shot. And also they are lagging. I'm not sure about the take rate of the server, but yeah, it was kind of awful to do the check-in to the enemy. So yeah, I wish that they do the right thing. They are so close to nailing the launch. Yeah, they are already destroying Call of Duty. So I really hope that they can do the right thing. I still like the game, okay? But yeah, usually for video game, I do not buy that right at the beginning. Usually I will wait for the discount. So maybe, yeah, the launch date is not that relevant to me anyway, because I'm not going to play the game at launch. So maybe, yeah, after I finally decide to buy the game, then I'll maybe stream it one more time or two more times. I hope that you guys enjoy, because yeah, Battlefield is one of the games that I actually enjoy. One of the shooting games that I actually enjoy. For other shooting game, even if you see me playing that, it doesn't mean that I really enjoy playing them. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I just play it because I don't know, maybe I'm kind of good at it. So sometimes it will give me some sense of satisfactory or something. There's something at the point, yeah, something at that mark. But it's something that I really enjoy playing it. But Battlefield is different. Yeah, it have to got some secret sauce that it is really the only shooting game that I truly enjoy. And before, I thought that it is the randomized factor of the game, and it is so chaotic, and you don't have to think anything about it. You don't have to care about like winning or losing. You just see people and shoot, and that's it. Maybe that's still the reason. So yeah, I really hope that more people also like Battlefield. I really hope that Battlefield is finally like great again. I really wish that. So yep, maybe Battlefield is also on my bucket list. And also, yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see me playing or like recommend, yeah, try to preach me, yeah, be sure to do that, because I'm not can I say that? I'm not that much of a gamer actually. So I don't know that many games. I know Souls game maybe 3 years ago. Yeah. People will be like, are you living under the rock? But yeah, I only know Souls game like 3 years ago, and maybe Monster Hunter 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Yeah, it's not that long ago. I just know, I know that. I know Monster Hunter in the Monster Hunter World era, I think. And at that time, World is already almost at the end of life. That's why I bought Rise. Yeah, I bought Rise, and also I bought what's the newer one? Oh my god, I forgot. I forgot. What's the newest Monster Hunter? Let me see. Yeah, I have a game. Is it Wild, right? Wild, yeah. That's why I do not have World, because at that time it's already at the end of the life cycle. So yeah, be sure to recommend me some game if you really want to see me playing that. And otherwise, the next year, I guess, yeah, so Zelda, Silksong, and then maybe the new FromSoft game, I'm not sure. And also maybe Battlefield. Yeah, that's the plan for now. But otherwise, I also have my Apex too, I guess. Otherwise, I think the cadence will be mostly the same as this year, because yeah, as for my life, everything else stays the same. So I really wish that I can stream more. But oh, hey, there's something that I forgot to show you guys. So this setup you are seeing right now is in my room, okay, and my room is right adjacent to my parents' room. So yeah, maybe actually I should not say, I should not speak that loud, because sometimes they'll be like, the sun, why you're like staying up that late at night. I guess that maybe sometimes I just annoy them by keep on speaking in this kind of hypertone at midnight. Yeah, now this setup is in my room, but before this, I'm actually using this setup. Okay, yeah, I also have the picture for that. This setup, this is in my living room. So yeah, if I just close some of the door, then actually they are not going to hear me that clearly. But yeah, now even if because I'm in my own room, right, which is right adjacent to their room, so even if I close the door, they can still kind of hear me. So this setup, you can see that I'm still using the same mouse. The only thing that changes is one of the monitor and the webcam and the entire computer, but the mouse, keyboard, the microphone, one of the webcam, they're still the same. So yeah, I wish that I can stream more, but because it will be so difficult for me. So yep, this is what I'm looking at right now, same as you guys. Yeah, I hope that you enjoy the introduction of my setup, and I hope that it won't hurt your eyes too. I know that it's so messy, it's not organized in any way, but yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm not how can I say that? Like I can organize so many things, but I think I'm not having a great sense of art. Like the beauty, what's beautiful, what's like present, I'm not sure. But it doesn't mean that this is really that messy, because I can find everything that I want in at most 5 seconds. Okay, so if I need a USB-C cable, I know where can I find that. Yeah, maybe it looks so messy to you guys, but still there's a sequence everywhere that you guys are just too stupid to find them. So yeah, if that makes sense to you, it's not my problem. Yeah, okay, if you think that it is too messy, probably it's your problem. You can try to look it carefully, and you will find the thing that you are looking for. No worry or hardness. Whatever you do on stream is apologize for lack of chatting. If if you are busy, then just leave me in the background. Yeah, listen to me. It's okay. Yeah, it's already one form of support. In fact, did I say that before? Actually, when I'm watching a stream as a viewer, I also don't engage all that much, and also because I usually also just put the streamer in the background and let them yap. Yeah, it is also what I'm doing to other streamers. So of course I'm not going to blame you for doing the same thing to me. Yeah, I'm not qualified to blame you. But now, because okay, I have 3 monitors, right? You can see that I have 3 monitors, and the lower monitor, this one, I was moving the wrong thing. Yeah, this one. Now, when I'm streaming, then I'm displaying the chats. But if I'm not streaming, then this monitor is usually for me to show the other stream. Yeah, so usually my main monitor will be for me to play game, and then I'll have some either YouTube video or some stream displaying here, and this vertical monitor will be for my Discord and also my WhatsApp or something. Of course, it is no form of disrespect. Yep, I know, I understand, because I guess we are the same type of person. Yeah, we are doing the same thing, so I understand you, of course. Also most vertical setup, your handles. Oh really? Yes, I know that it looks so fancy because I have 3 monitors, and also I have a bling computer. So and also I have a mixer. So maybe you will see that, oh, it's so fancy. And yes, indeed. And yeah, it's so costly. And also it is very likely to be overkill for me. So yeah, I've actually I forgot to talk about the usage of few of my monitor. Yeah, I just realized that. So yeah, this like vertical monitor is for viewing chat. I mean Discord chat, and also like WhatsApp. Also I have some monitoring software for my computer to display like my temperature, the clock speed, whatever on this side too. Okay, so I'm showing the desktop because I don't want to show any of my personal chat message to you guys. Yup. And then my main monitor is for me to play games, or like now I'm displaying the stream preview. Okay, my OBS is here. Okay, but usually my OBS when I'm streaming, I'll be putting here. Okay, at the middle of the second monitor. And for the third monitor, it is for chat. So yep, Jonathan, you are now actually on the third monitor. So oh yeah, and also this is actually one of the ways for me to solve the problem of me speaking to the microphone directly when I'm looking at the second monitor, right? Because again, the microphone is to my left hand side, and if I look at the main monitor, then I'm not speaking directly to the microphone. But if I'm speaking when I'm looking at the second monitor, like here, then I'll be speaking directly to the microphone. So the sound signature will be different. I want to avoid that. So now if I want to look at chat, I don't look at the second monitor, but I look at the third monitor. So still, you know what? I'm not speaking directly to the microphone, right? Because I'm just looking down, like so. Yep. So yeah, it is one of my workaround to the sensitivity of the microphone. So I guess that's all that I have to say here for now for today. I hope that you guys are happy with the setup that I'm having. So yep, hope to see you guys next time. Probably it'll be Zelda again. So yeah, oh yeah, and also last Zelda stream, apparently I got stuck at the very first shrine that I encountered, right? You know what? Right after the stream, right after I hit stop streaming, I already come up with the solution. And again, I was like, am I stupid? Right? Because, okay, the shrine is that there's a fan only in the first session. Yeah, the only thing that I got is a fan. And I was like, I can do nothing with the fan. But turns out, you can do so many with the fan. You can fly with the fan. Come on, I can just flew up and get to the next session. That's it. It's that simple. How can I not come up with this idea? Okay, anyway, next time, I'll go revenge, okay? I'll go back to that shrine and beat it with ease. I guarantee. I'm not going to get stuck anymore. So yeah, I'm so sorry if my stupidness hurt your brain, your eye or something. Yeah, I might apologize for that. But yeah, next time I'm sure that I'll make sure that it will not happen again. Okay, so yeah, please look forward to the next stream. Okay, see you guys next time, and have a great day, great night, great evening, whatever. I don't know the time zone, but now it's already 4 AM for me, so I'm going to sleep. Okay, so for me, I'll have a good dream, right? Okay, so thank you, Jonathan, for coming. See you next time. Goodbye.